Spawning in the upper left-hand corner in the pink trunks for Team Gravity, it is going to be Race.
Yes, and I accidentally held it on the webcam a little bit too long, so I missed the first one.
Dina.
But I got yours, Chaos. So
It's all good.
yes, and as you can see, lovely Game Heart overlay, just highlighting the nice little team logos and team sponsorships that are going on. That Renegades of Hell logo looks really cool on some Zerg creep. I know it's not related at all to the game, but it makes me happy.
Makes everybody happy. What are you talking about?
Heyo.
Anyways, so is this potentially the last game of this series?
It very well could be. If you go ahead and look in the bottom left hand of your screen as I update, Gravity is up 2-0, and unlike our regular season, there is no reason to play all 5 games, as obviously it's just a best of 5, winner moves on. So I think this is both teams. It's going to be a power matchup because, I mean, if you're Renegades of Hell, you obviously want to hold on. And if you're Gravity, you definitely want to put things away. So, yes, Chaos, this could be the very last one.
Very interesting seeing a hatchery first on this. Now, I don't like this move. You know, I've played against a hatch first numerous times as a Pro Sauce player, and it just tells me, hey, you know what? I like foregating.
Yep, and that could be it. We do have a gateway first, so I mean he's right in line. He's only got 1 gas, so we'll see.
Yeah, I mean he's even choosing to go for the Cybernet's core first rather than holding off and just getting his Nexus down, which is definitely going to be a pretty telling tale that this could be an issue for Sheep here.
And as I'm highlighting on screen, I just got word from the boss that we're doing a game giveaway after the first round. How exciting is that? All right. You guys saw it, but right as I did. So, yeah, we will certainly do that. That sounds fantastic.
So, what do they have to do to be entered into this tournament thing, prize-winning thingamajigger?
Number 1, key thing. Actually, this is the most important, and that will be to follow Thunderdog eSports on Twitch. When we do the little raffle, it tells us whether or not you are following, and if you are not, then bad things occur, Chaos. And by bad things, I mean you don't win the game you were supposed to win, and that's sad for everyone.
I think we've had 2 instances where it was just all they had to do was hit the button, and they didn't.
Yes, so hit the button and you will have like a 1 in, I'll say 30 chance. We got 35 viewers, but I'm counted in there. I think Shock is in there as well. So
obviously I'm in there. But yeah.
I mean, free games, who doesn't like it?
Better than the lottery, that's for sure.
Did you know, this is a fun fact for everyone involved, at the McDonald's, the Monopoly thing, you have, as you go around the board, you have like as good of odds to win like the yellow ones as you do to play the lottery, and the actual $1 million is so rare, it's actually like twice the length of odds as the lottery.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so like you literally have, if you think you had no chance of winning the lottery, you got no chance of winning the McDonald's, and that's only $1 million. I mean,
I would be curious to know the number of people who win the $1 million, and then within the 5 years of them win. Well, I don't know. Is it distributed similarly to the lottery is, where it's like $50,000 over a period of time?
Yeah, it's $50,000 I think over 20 years, or you can take a lump sum of like $400,000.
Yeah.
Because I think I would do some analysis, but I think I'm a business analyst for my real job.
Yeah.
So you guys know, I'm pretty sure if you took the $400,000 and invested it, even with just moderate returns over 20 years, it would grow to far more than the $1 million over the whole time. And taxes
that's assuming that you know what the heck you're doing.
Yeah, but I mean, if you do like bonds, I mean, bonds always are good. You know what? Now bonds are going to crash like next week because I said that.
Yep, all because you made that comment. But basically, anybody who's investing in bonds right now should go get their money back because...
man. Bail out real hard. Oh, and he does... Sorry, the first comment about the game is that Sheep actually does see that proxy pylon. Just barely.
Just barely, and actually it's going to go ahead and send out a couple of roaches to deal with that. So yeah, so far we're looking to see A very small push out here. Now, I'm not sure if that Zealot is in the right position to finish that wall off, so Ling run by is very potential. But it does look like Trace is going to go ahead and push across the field. Now, I don't know, with roaches out on the field, I feel like this really isn't going to be that potent.
This means your force fields have to be awesome.
Yeah, pretty
really,
much.
really good stuff, because you have to get those Zealots. You have to push them in, and a little bit of a flank, two-sided attack.
Yeah,
I'm not
trying
quite
to get
sure
that
how this is going to be.
Yeah, he's trying to get that set up with the Mothership Core vision, I think, able to kind of catch that off guard. Anyways, does look like Trace is going to try and get himself into a better position. Roaches are going to come up here, and we will have to see if...
I think we're going to see a recall. Yep.
Wow.
And didn't get that sentry. That sentry, 3 health, lives to tell the tale of how it had acid all over its body and just got burned, but not quite enough to kill it.
Yeah, I think what that boiled down to was just the fact that he didn't have a proxy pylon to reinforce, As more roaches popped out, he just kind of didn't feel comfortable to continue on trying to get across.
Yeah, I think that was the right decision. I think he was really counting on that bottom proxy pylon, because right as the roaches showed up was when he was already pushing out. So I think he was definitely relying on that. Oh, and this Stalker could be in a bit of trouble. If he gets some force fields here, I think he can take that fight. Oh, only getting 1. Really wanted to see more. Yeah, there you go. That's what you want.
There you go. No, extra 4. So that made it worth it. Now, granted, there's still probably 6-ish force fields left, so it looks like why is he going all the way down? Just wants to go the long way, I guess.
I think he just wants to get a surprise on this and doesn't want to deal with this creep spread, I think. But he's dodging between these overlords. If he picked those off, that'd be great for him.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you're going to supply block your opponent, force him to make a couple extra overlords, have 4 more as 4 more get made. But he does need to be very, very careful since Cloud Reconstitution is almost done here. Does look like Trace does want to go ahead and expand behind this, which I think is probably a moderate choice. He's got Immortal Production on the way as well as his Twilight Council finishing up, so he's going to be able to start to get some upgrades going here shortly, as +1 is going to finish up.
Yeah, he's got a good spread of roaches, but as more and more of these Immortals pop out, it's going to be less and less. Now going into Tunneling Claws, so certainly wants to utilize those roaches pretty heavily. And it looks like he is really spining up. He is worried about that Warp Prism. He's got, I think, 3 spines in the main.
Yeah, that was a very, very nice bait. I don't know if you caught that. He baited out about 4 roaches for free, more or less. But yeah, the Warp Prism not really going to get a whole lot done there in the main.
Yeah, I mean, now 3 spine crawlers there. He hasn't added in anywhere else. But, that's 3 drones right there. That's always a nice little thing to force your opponent into. And as you said, forcing a couple of roaches is also very, very great when he knows he's got a pair of Immortals sitting at home ready to go.
Yeah, so what are your thoughts as far as where we're at right now? I feel like Trace, while applying the pressure to the third base, kind of made sense. I feel like he wasn't able to keep up his macro behind it. He was too focused on what was going on down there, trying to bait out units and whatnot. And, we can see it in the supply. He's down 40 supply. That could definitely come to bite him very shortly.
Yeah, his opponent, he's got 44 roaches, and he's going roach, and nothing but roach. If he continues, if he can spot this out and really starts pumping out, like if he can get to 4 Immortals, I think he will absolutely crush this. With the Tunneling Claws and everything, it's going to be tough because these sentries just aren't that worth it anymore because of the Tunneling Claws. So he's pushing out at a brilliant time. I think this is exactly when he needs to. But this could be good. Now throwing up pylons, I'm not sure if those are to try to create some alleys, but this is going to be a little bit rough for him.
Yeah, a couple of force fields going to go down. Not really get a whole lot done. Only a handful of roaches going to get picked off there, but with a 50 supply deficit, more stuff warping in to close that gap. I think, I don't know. What are your thoughts on him backing off on this? I kind of thought he was in a good position.
Yeah, not only do I not exactly a fan of him backing off, I don't really like Trace pushing across as aggressively. I mean, if he gets on creep, these roaches will swarm. They are so fast right now. Oh, and see, right here, he's kind of splitting up his army.
Yeah, but unfortunately we missed that the third base did get picked off by that Warp Prism.
Wow. Well then.
mild miscalculation.
Yeah, well then that makes sense, but then I even almost like him pulling back a little bit more just because he knows he's going to have the economic lead, and Cheap doesn't have an alternative. Now he's just now adding on Hydralisk, but that's his backup. I mean, that's all he has. Oh, and we may have an interesting sort of, I thought we might get like a base trade, both those players kind of going around different angles.
Yeah.
This is going to, I think this is really tough for Cheap.
Yeah, we do have a couple DTs. Ooh. Wow.
Well, I think he just thought he was too far in and too committed,